You're mocking his widow. You're mocking his widow.
We've had multiple political assassinations over the past year. What do you mean? It's turning up the temperature.
Why did you mock his widow?
Online because
why did you mock his widow?
Because she's being used as a political weapon right now for conservatives to continue their fight. What do you mean? Wow, she's literally doing.
Her husband just got murdered
on email. Yeah, and she's using it to drive up recruitment for.
And you can't even condemn the murder. You won't condemn it.
Can't even tell his side.
You're so deranged about Trump that you cannot condemn the murder.
So in this clip, we're actually going to watch a few people. I did not know that Destiny makes it to this clip. So in this clip, we're going to watch Andrew Wilson take a bite out of Destiny. And I think at some point, Anna Kasparian takes a bite out of Destiny. But, it's really better to watch Andrew Wilson take a bite out of Destiny. So Andrew Wilson is going to demolish and decimate Destiny for the things that he's saying. Obviously, you know how he gets. He inflames things. Destiny could not wait for this. Okay, I'm doing it again. I'm adding on. So Andrew Wilson is going to crush Destiny the way Destiny deserves to be crushed. I actually have not seen this, so we're watching it together for the first time. Let's get right into it.
What Hamas did, it's a completely different debate. And similarly, right now, I feel if you can't condemn a lot of what the IDF are doing, frankly, it's my opinion, in Gaza, then the same thing. If you're unequivocally like it's all fine with 20,000 plus kids being killed, then I've got a problem with that too. But I do think you've got to try and maintain in all of these debates a modicum of humanity about people who are actually being killed. And what is terrifying about the mindset of a lot of people on the woke left I've seen since Charlie Kirk's death is the brazen glee that they're taking to his murder. And then when I see even Destiny, who's a very well-followed person on the internet, well-known, when Destiny, frankly, if you can't bring yourself just to say the murder was horrific and should never have happened, it's a very simple sentence. It's just basic humanity. It really makes me despair for where everything is going, because it's indicative of the mindset of, I can't give an inch to my political opponents, therefore I lose my humanity. How can that be right?
Because you can't give an inch to political opponents that won't recognize or acknowledge anything they've done is wrong. It's all it's done is gotten us here. This is where we're at because of that exact mindset. Will any of the conservatives here acknowledge the conservative that murdered Melissa Hortman and her husband and shot the other senator in Minnesota?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
just that it was a conservative shooter. That it was a conservative shooter.
I don't know the details on that particular case. If I did, and it turned out that it was the case, of course, I would say that such violence should be disavowed. Thing is, you can't hold your entire moral standard based on what you think Trump is doing or not doing. What does that have to do with you, Destiny? It has nothing to do with you. You can easily just say, you can lead by example and say, let's all tone down the violence.
You can't lead by example.
That's what you want,
the president of the United States. That's what Democrats have been doing.
Wait, you can't lead by example because you're not the president? That's the stupidest thing I've heard today.
If one side wants to fight and the other side doesn't, then you're going to fight. One side can't decide not to fight, but the other side decides to.
What does that have
What do you mean it makes no sense? If some guy comes up to you to fight and the other side says, I don't want to, you don't really have the choice there.
Lead by example then. Lead by example.
You can't lead by example. That's called dying.
You can.
Actually, I thought. Let me jump in.
Because you're actually happy about it. Let me jump in here.
I actually felt that Anna hit the nail on the head here, which is she did not need to wait for Donald Trump to comment on this to make her own mind up about what had happened. That is intellectual honesty, right? Yes, it may have been somebody that she totally disagreed with on many issues. The simple, humane thing to do with any event like this is to ask yourself, how do I personally feel about it? Not what does Donald Trump think about it, or what does Joe Biden think about it, or what does Timbuktu think about it? It's what do I personally feel about this? It didn't take me very long, Destiny, to understand that I felt repulsed by the execution of somebody in cold blood with his wife and 2 young children there watching. It's a human reaction. I don't need to know what Donald Trump thinks about it at all. I don't understand why you need to wait for him, before your own
I don't
humanity
need to
kicks
wait
in.
for anybody. No, you're not asking how we feel about it. You're asking what the public statements should be. And the public statements should be the President of the United States.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No,
you're
I'm
asking
not.
me for a public statement
I'm
right
asking,
now.
where is your humanity? You can't just say the murder was
Where is your humanity,
wrong.
peers? You guys are playing into this exactly. I think you probably know it. I think Cornell was right about this. You know where your bread is buttered as well. You guys play into this. It's insane to me that the President of the United States can't say, hey, all of us need to be less violent. We all need to calm the fuck down. That the President of the United States can't say this, but you will endlessly scour Twitter and YouTube for.
Let me just tell you real quick, and I will get back. Y'all know I can't play this without. I can't just let it sit here and play. I'll get in trouble for that. Y'all know that, right? So I have to cut in. And thank you if you made it to here. If you like the video, please don't forget that the like and subscribe button and the notification bell. Thank you to every eye that lands on these videos. Now, let me just say this. Destiny does this thing. Dennis Prager said it completely well. Dennis Prager was debating Destiny a couple years back, maybe like a year ago, a little over a year ago. And he asked Destiny a clear question about trans students in California and things like that. Clear, detailed question. And Destiny's answer to the question was, I can't think about this when Donald Trump created January 6th and there was an insurrection. And Dennis Prager said, the left should thank the Lord for Donald Trump, because you don't have to deal with these kind of real situations, because anything we say to you, you guys always go right back to Donald Trump. And this is exactly what Destiny's doing here.
Leftists to bring on and say, don't you guys disavow the violence? It's absolutely absurd to me.
You know, Cornel West should have stayed in his seat.
Hold on. All right. Because Pierce is doing a lot of talking. And I want to, here we go.
Be a leftist.
It's exciting to you. It's insane to me.
Yeah.
No,
How is it that you
exciting.
said this guy can't be a
This isn't
leftist
good.
because he grew up in a white Christian household when you grew up in a white Christian household by your own admission just now, and you're a fucking leftist, Destiny?
I'm
Can you explain that
36
to me?
years old. This guy was 22 and he lived at home
What does that have to do
basically
with
his entire
anything?
life.
What does that have to do with
Because I
anything?
had 20 years to separate myself from my parents' ideology. I didn't live with them still. Jesus.
So 6 months, 1 year, 20 years? Why does it matter how long it took to separate? You just got to say it was impossible, and you yourself are a leftist who grew up in a Christian conservative household, dude. You're the worst hypocrite I've ever seen.
Hold on,
You're the
I'm
worst
sorry.
hypocrite.
You think that a 22-year-old has as much time to separate himself from the ideology that he grew
Did
up
I
with
say
as
that?
a 36-year-old?
Didn't say
Yeah,
it.
you just made
It's
the
a
comparison,
pedantic,
dipshit.
stupid
Of course
point.
you did. It's not
Let me
pedantic.
ask
I made the comparison.
It's
That
completely
person can be
opposite.
radicalized.
What a
Look at
stupid
you.
point.
Let me
You're the
jump
most
in.
radicalized
Let me
fucking-
jump in.
Yeah.
Let me jump in. Let me ask Jack. Jack, you know the Kirk family well. You've been around the Kirk family, I think, since this is appalling murder has happened. When you hear Destiny saying, who cares, about the fact that he openly, publicly mocked Erica Kirk, a grieving widow, within literally a day or two of her husband being murdered, how does that make you feel as a friend of the family?
It's very angry, Piers, you know. And here's the thing is she's seeing all of it. She's going to see all of it. Her kids are going to watch this video one day. It's just, that's sort of the nature of reality now. They will see all of this and they will see the reaction. And I just hope that those of us who knew Charlie, worked with Charlie, who knew Charlie beyond the, you know, TikToks and short videos can also be there for those kids as they grow up, to let them know who.
I'm sorry. I'm going to bring it back to Andrew. Sorry. And I'm not laughing at Jack for so long. I'm laughing at Destiny because he got mad. He made a face. But I think that's hilarious. Because you can tell he's like, oh, God. Like this. Sorry.
Co-host that basically Trump, the worst place that the assassin could have put the bullet was anywhere other than Trump. I mean, I got the clip of him doing it. And so the thing is like what we've noted now, these people are glad. They're glad. They're happy. They love it. I go on TikTok all the time and I debate with these people. It's very clear that leftists are glad that this happened and that they're going to do everything they can to promote more of it. And we're supposed to base our behavior on what the president does or doesn't say. What, like if I had Biden derangement syndrome, I couldn't still come out and condemn political violence? Of course I could. But the thing is
I'm
that
just curious. Anybody have any words for the fact that Charlie Kirk said that Biden should have been executed?
Leftists collectively can't seem to do that, though. I don't know why they can't seem to do that.
No, that was fine when Charlie Kirk said that. Okay,
Anna,
gotcha.
Anna, I want to mention something to you, which I was going to talk to Cornel West
Charlie
about.
Kirk was a moderate. He was more moderate than a local electrician.
Yeah, nice pivot.
He was more moderate than a local electrician,
pivot.
and you know that.
He said he wanted to see Biden.
You have debated with the worst, and I've seen you do it. You know,
Biden executed. Okay, give me a fucking break.
No, that's not what he said.
About any of this
That's
stuff.
not what he said. He said if you violate criminality in criminal laws, then that will be the case.
All right, I want to ask Anna.
There's not what's performative. What's performative?
Wait, so if I say, oh well, I think that guy was a criminal, therefore the execution is okay. Somehow that makes everything fine with no investigation, no criminal charges.
You say all the time that your political opponent should be in jail and highest extent of the law. You say it all the time. What are you talking about?
Sorry, no, that's Donald
saying
Trump.
the word performative doesn't mean anything.
The National Guard right now.
Oh, it's just performative.
Investigations into every
that's just
political
performative.
opponent.
I want to bring Anna
You're
back
just being
in.
performative.
I want to bring Anna
You're just
back
being
in.
performative.
Okay.
What do you guys think? I think it was pretty good. I think it was really good. I think it is. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.